do you consider yourself as a decisive person?
Yes. Oo.
Okay. So, ano yan? Pag you made a decision, parang, yan na yan.
Well, yes. Ang decisions ko naman hindi ko naman pinipilit kung ano yung gusto ko. Yung decisions ko usually are based on, yun na nga sinabi ko, mga consultations, looking at other studies, what is the law about it. So, pag yun na ang napag-usapan na gagawin, of course, by sheer grit and determination, pinipilit ko talaga na yan yung susundin.
Do you consider the opinion of devil's advocates? Or gusto mo lang yung mga pare-pareho yung opinion? When you consult people?
Of course, when you consult a lot of people in decision making, meron talaga iba't ibang opinion. So nakasali na yon. And usually I do that so that merong iba't ibang look or iba't ibang perspective na nakukuha with regard to that issue or that thing that needs decision making.
So do you have like a designated devil's advocate? Yung mga tipo, anuhin mo nga ito. Anuhin mo nga itong decision na to. Kontrahin mo nga, tingnan mo. Or,
well, meron kaming mga ganyan na mga heads of offices, yes. Oo, na kapag medyo alanganin, the city administrator would say na you run this by this person kasi baka isang side lang yung nakikita natin and he might see another side to this.
So you entertain like opposition to your ideas or maybe initial decisions?
Yes, opo. Oo.
Okay, so do you actually incorporate what their suggestions?
Minsan.
Yeah.
Oo.
Pero what's your kasi di ba every politician follow certain political ideologies and that actually informs their decision making, right? Some are more conservative, some are more liberal, some are more social democrat. Do you have a specific political ideology that you follow, or do you consider each ideology and try to find some balance?
Wala with me. Wala akong ganyan. I only go back to the local government code.
Okay.
Because yan naman kasi talaga yung trabaho ko, chief executive of a local government unit. So we always start with the local government code and move on to other decision making process.
Yeah. Pero meron ka bang mga value commitments at least when you make a decision na parang okay, these certain values should always be factored in any decision that I make?
Yes, oo. And it's still based on the general welfare clause. It's still based on the law and it's the general welfare clause. And basically, the Bill of Rights na ka-enshrine sa ating constitution. So usually, it's still based on kung ano yung batas.
So more focused ka sa general welfare ng
yes,
mga
tao.
So how do you determine general welfare?
The welfare of the majority. Kasi lagi naman kasi talaga yan na ang isang decision is not for everyone. So meron talagang maaapektuhan or meron talagang hindi in favor of the decision. So we always go back to the general welfare clause and that is the welfare of the majority.
Pero kayo sinabi nyo na nga, di ba, na you always have to consider the majority. Syempre may minority. So paano yan na when you make a decision that you know that some people wouldn't like it or wouldn't be able or would not benefit from the decision, how do you handle that, that situation? How do you feel?
Those are the things na hard decisions na kasali na sa trabaho ng isang local chief executive, particularly ng mayor. So, I do not know with others how they deal with it. Pero sa akin, sinasali ko na lang talaga yan na sa trabaho ko, there are really hard decisions to make, and not everybody will be happy with your decisions as a local chief executive, especially that madaming magagaling na mga individuals out there.
Now, talking about hard decisions, every politician or every leader has what we call turning point or pivotal moment in their political careers. What do you think is your defining moment as a mayor?
Yes, ang defining moment ko is not a positive experience for me, no? Because every day I still cringe when I remember that event, and then hanggang ngayon nandiyan pa rin yung embarrassment, and nafe-feel ko yung hiya doon sa humiliation na nangyari sa akin, sa sheriff, sa judge, and sa Davao City at that time. So yung the incident with the sheriff noong July 1, 2011.
So yun yung defining moment mo as a politician. Why do you consider it as your defining moment?
Because doon ko natutunan yung never lose your self sa mga bagay na kailangan mong gawin. Kasi sa incident na yon, ang natalo is ako, yung judge, yung sheriff, yung Davao City, because it was played out publicly, and parang feeling ko napahiya lahat, ganyan. So, dapat, doon ko na-realize na in my work, you should be always in control of your emotions, na hindi mo siya dapat ilapat doon sa trabaho na kailangan mong gawin.
Napakano nito ha, this is quite revelatory kasi parang for a lot of people, that is something that they like about you, yung napaka ng sheriff. But for you, you consider it like a learning experience. Yeah. You feel ashamed about it, you still cringe about it. Pero how did it make you kasi a lot of politicians, when I ask this question, they always say about a decision that they have made. Na parang it led to some dramatic turn of events, etc. But for you, it's your interaction with that sheriff during the time. Diba demolition yung yeah. What was on your mind? Can you walk us through what was on your mind when that happened?
Actually, hindi ko na siya maalala. It took me a long time to watch yung video, yung news clips noon.
Okay.
And I think dahil nga siguro sa galit ko, nag-blackout ako. Nahimasmasan na lang ako when I was talking to him, and then nakikita ko na he was injured. So parang naisip ko na, ano ba nangyayari? Bakit nagkaganito kami? Parang ganyan. So, I had to tell my staff to take him to the hospital kasi he was injured. So yun. That taught me na, and then after that, kasama ko yung mama ko. And then she was asking me, what happened to you? Sabi ko, hindi ko rin alam, mama, what happened? Kasi nga, it was not only the demolition incident, there was an incident before that is yung flooding, which killed 30 individuals. So parang nagpatong-patong siya lahat on that week for me and my work. And then, yun na nga, parang I lost it, and it was very embarrassing, and it should not happen again. Sabi ng mama ko that time, sabi niya, alam mo, not all people are like you. Okay. So, hindi ka naman nila maiintindihan ka agad. Kasi if you are fast, not all people are very fast. So you have to make an effort to make them understand your work and what you need to do.
So parang nakikita ko dito, Mayor Sara, na you are not uncomfortable with dealing with your mistakes. Is this part of your personality na or your leadership style na you don't shy away from admitting mistakes?
Oh. I usually say sorry when it is appropriate to say sorry. So, wala akong problema in making mistakes because obviously, I am not a perfect leader.
Ayun na nga, I'm really quite shocked na yun talaga yung incident, yun talaga yung isasagot niya dito sa tanong na to. Kasi I was even thinking kung should I ask about, Mayor Sara punching a sheriff when you were still a vice mayor at that time, or mayor na po kayo?
Mayor na ako noon.
Mayor na.
First term as mayor, yes.
So, I was like expecting yung mga sinasabi ng mga Davao-wenye na, na you kind of straighten out the bureaucracy. Parang yun yung ina-expect ko na isasagot ninyo about your defining moment as a politician, and then suddenly you mentioned this mistake. So it's like kind of unexpected. So yeah, I'm quite shocked right now. Mag-recover pa ako.
Yun yung parang naisip ko na you shouldn't be that kind of a leader. Yun din ng learnings ko doon with what people advised me.
So what do you think is the difference between, your being a mayor and being a president? Kasi, your father tried to compare the two before. Nasabi niya na parang president is simply like a mayor of an entire country. Or do you see any difference between the two based on your experience as the presidential daughter na na-expose sa trabaho na ng daddy niyo? Is it harder to organize when you are a president than being a mayor? Kasi nga, di ba, mas maliit yung constituency ninyo, or do you think it's easier?
Easier to be president? Definitely hindi. No, definitely not.
Kaya ka, di ba, ayaw yung patakbuhin yung tatay yun?
Definitely not. Hindi madali maging president. Kung sa trabaho naman, it's the same. It's an executive. So, you handle different offices. Mas malaki nga lang yung magnitude ng president because you handle offices, commissions, agencies, ang dami instrumentalities of government, and they're all under you, particularly yung nasa executive department, no? And then you have to deal with the two other branches of government, the legislative and the justice, no? So, mas malaki yung magnitude ng trabaho ng president. And it needs lakas ng loob talaga.